Jai Hind, my name is Dr. Ashutosh Pandey, and in this lecture we are going to talk about Project Tiger, which was started by Government of India in 1973. So let's get started. All the information given in this lecture is taken from this website. So there is just a gentle reminder that before proceeding further, please subscribe to my channel. So the Government of India has taken a pioneering initiative for conserving the tiger by launching the Project Tiger in 1973. The project aims at ensuring a viable population of tigers in their natural habitat and protecting them from extinction. The population of the tiger around the world is expected to be in between 3,000 to 4,000, but the population of tigers in India is 2,967 according to the latest tiger census. So the Government of India has taken a pioneering initiative for conserving national animal, the tiger, by launching the Project Tiger in 1973. So there were 9 tiger reserves at that time, and now we have 51 tiger reserves. And the 51st tiger reserve of our country is, can you tell me which one is that 51st tiger reserve? So I will tell you, the Sri Villiputhur Megamali Tiger Reserve. Sri Villiputhur Megamali Tiger Reserve is the 51st tiger reserve which is situated in Tamil Nadu. Okay, the 50th was the Kamlang National Park in Arunachal Pradesh. So there are 51 at present. This amounts to the around more than 2.21% of the geographical area of our country. Okay. The tiger reserves are constituted on a core buffer strategy. Let us see what is a core buffer strategy. So in any biosphere reserve, we have 3 zones. The central zone is core. After this, the peripheral region is called buffer zone, and then the outermost is transition zone. So this tiger reserve is based on core buffer strategy, where the core areas have the legal status of a national park or a sanctuary, wildlife sanctuary, whereas the buffer or peripheral areas are a mix of forest and non-forest lands managed as a multiple use area. So apart from this core area, other areas like buffer and transition zone are managed as multiple use area. The Project Tiger aims to foster the exclusive tiger agenda in the core areas. So in core areas we will talk about tigers only, while in these areas the tribal people can have the benefits of the forest. So with an inclusive people oriented agenda in the buffer region is seen. Okay. So the Project Tiger is an ongoing centrally sponsored scheme of Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. It provides central assistance to tiger states. There are 18 tiger states. So for tiger conservation in designated tiger reserves. The National Tiger Conservation Authority, which is NTCA, is a statutory body of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, and it has supervisory control over performing functions as provided in the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. So as per the norms of this act, the NTCA performs its duties. The ADG of Project Tiger and his officers also service the NTCA, which is National Tiger Conservation Authority. The regional officers of the NTCA have been recently established. So certain new offices are established in Bangalore, Guwahati and Nagpur, and each is headed by an IGF and assisted by an AIG. Tell me in the comment what is the meaning of IGF and AIG. Okay. So let us talk about tiger census. It occurs every 4 years. The National Tiger Conservation Authority (NTCA) conducts a tiger census across India. The first was conducted in 2006, the second was in 2010, and then in 2014. In the census of 2014, there were 2,226 tigers. In 2010, it was only 1,706, and in previous one, in 2018 and 19, the total tigers are now 2,967. So as per the 2018 reports, it is 2,967, which is a clear-cut increase of 741 individuals, which are aged more than 1 year. So in terms of percentage, it is 33% increase in the population in last 4 years, which is a good sign. So let us talk about this. So if we talk about some major regions of India, the central Indian landscape and eastern Ghats, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha and Rajasthan, which is shown in red over here, these states have actually shown, first there was no change since 2006 and 10, and then there is a sharp increase. So in 2006, in these regions there were 601 tigers, and now it accounts for 1033, which is a big thing. The second one is Western Ghats, shown in green, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. In green, it is shown here in the graph. So in 2006 there were 402, and now there is 981. So from 402 in 2006 to 981, they have jumped. So here we are writing 2006 and here 2018 census. This is how it has changed. The third one here is Shivalik Hills and Gangetic Plains of Bihar, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, etc. So here it is shown in yellow. From 297 in 2006, they have risen to 646 in 2018. Similarly, in gray, it is shown over here that there are 100. So what is that? Northeast Hills and Brahmaputra Plains, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Mizoram, Nagaland and northern West Bengal. All these regions have shown that there were 100 tigers in 2006, and now there are 219 tigers in that region. In Sundarbans, mostly situated in West Bengal, the tigers have risen from 70 to 88. Okay. So why 2018 census was important? Because for the very first time a mobile app, or rather a technology, was used in this census. The M-Stripes was used, and northeastern India was not included in previous censuses, but in this 2018 census, northeastern India was also covered for the very first time. Again, for the very first time, 3 neighboring countries, Bhutan, Nepal and Bangladesh, were seen helping in counting of the number of tigers all across India, especially in the regions with mutual borders such as northeastern India and Sundarbans. So let us talk about some important points here. We will see certain things like there are 51 tiger reserves in India. Okay, should I name them all? Will be a big task, 51 names, but still I will tell you certain important ones. So you may note certain things about 51 tiger reserves. The Rajaji National Park, which is in Uttarakhand, was declared as Tiger Reserve in 2015, and it became the second Tiger Reserve of India. Okay, the first Tiger Reserve of Uttarakhand, sorry, it was the second Tiger Reserve of Uttarakhand. Okay, the first one was Corbett Tiger Reserve. In Uttarakhand, there are 2 tiger reserves. If we talk about Karnataka, then Karnataka has maximum number of tigers. It has maximum number of tigers. Okay, and it follows Uttarakhand, so it is maximum, and then we have Uttarakhand, UK, it is UK Uttarakhand, it has second highest number. Okay, Kaziranga National Park was declared as Tiger Reserve in 2006. Orang National Park was the 49th Tiger Reserve, which is situated in Assam. Kamlang National Park was 50th Tiger Reserve, situated in Arunachal Pradesh. And Sri Villiputhur Meghamalai Tiger Reserve is 51st Tiger Reserve. It is situated in Tamil Nadu. Okay. Then we have Nagarjun Sagar Srisailam Tiger Reserve is the largest tiger reserve. So you should note it down that Nagarjun Sagar Srisailam Tiger Reserve is the largest tiger reserve of India in terms of area. So how much area it has? It has around 3296.31 square kilometer of area. So this area comes in Andhra Pradesh, plus 2611.39 square kilometer comes under Telangana. After the split of these 2 states, and in Telangana it is called Amarabad Tiger Reserve. Has the same thing, but it is called Amarabad Tiger Reserve in Telangana. Okay. Dampat Tiger Reserve was declared Tiger Reserve in 1994, and it is in the western part of Mizoram state. Then there is Pench Tiger Reserve. So it is 90% situated in Madhya Pradesh, and 10% of this is in Maharashtra. Okay. Now let us talk about M stripes. M stripes, what is this? So as I have told you, this is a monitoring system which is based on technology. It has a full form which is called Monitoring System for Tigers. Okay. Monitoring System for Tigers, Intensive Protection and Ecological Status. It is a software-based monitoring system launched across Indian tiger reserves. The system consists of 2 components. So it has 2 components. One is field-based protocol. Field-based protocol. That means it is for patrolling. Field-based protocol is for patrolling and law enforcement, while it also records wildlife crimes, and ecological monitoring is also done. while the second one is customized software for storage. Customized software for storage, retrieval, and analysis, and also reporting. Okay, so it is actually GIS based system. M-Stripes produce easily interpretable reports and maps that are useful for management and policy decisions. It enables managers to assess the intensity and spatial coverage of patrols in a GIS based tool. So the system reduces the response time to detrimental events like poaching or habitat destruction or degradation, and becomes a comprehensive tool to keep the pulse of a tiger reserve. Here it is a GIS based, so GIS is Geographic Information System, GIS. Okay, so this is very important point as far as this census was concerned, because this M-Stripes was used for the very first time. So thanks a lot for watching this video. Please subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.